Hello, my name is Lorentzian from Owing University in Finland. I'd like first to thank the organizers for giving me this great opportunity to present our recent work, which is about one-fifth gamma noise of graphene. And this work was recently published in Nanoliters. Just in case you're not familiar with one-fifth noise, according to fluctuator-based models, one-fifth noise can be viewed as integrating of switching noise over different fluxes, and can be described by this empirical relation where the exponent gamma is roughly 1. Based on previous research work, it is known that one-fifth noise of graphene is weakly dependent on gate voltages and displays M-shape, and it doesn't comply with MacAuto model, according to which the noise is proportional to the inverse of gate voltage squared, and different vapors can leave different characteristic fluxes. Here we use suspended graphene to study the origin of one-fifth gamma noise because it has very small inherent noise level, and graphene itself is very susceptible to surface adsorbates, which means we can introduce X noise easily. For these papers, we choose neon, which interacts with the substrate weakly and can diffuse sufficiently strong at cryogenic temperature, and graphene is made in so-called Corbino shape, so that there's no free air to interact with neon atoms. Those schematics show how samples are fabricated. Graphene is exfoliated on resistant ore, and the Corbino shape is defined by evaporated gold electrode, and the graphene is suspended by selective agent of resistant ore. And our sample is of good quality. The scaled noise times frequency is in the order 10 to minus 10, and with neon atoms, there is a strong peak between 20 to 30 Kelvin, which can be attributed to the dynamics of neon atoms on graphene, governed basically by the adsorption and desorption procedures. Here we use this model to fit the smooth noise spectrum, where G reflects the strength of individual scalars, and N describes the number of particles involved, and Fc is the characteristic flux. And those spectrum can be fitted quite well, and one notable feature is that the maximum of the noise spectrum doesn't change with temperature, which means from this model that the number of particles involved is almost constant. And the adsorption and desorption of neon atoms should be thermal activated. It can be described by Arrhenius equation, from which we get two different energy scales. One corresponds to roughly 400 Kelvin, which we describe as adsorption energy of neon and graphene, and the other one 200 Kelvin, which we describe as trap states at the boundary. To study further, we pay attention to the neon atoms at the boundary and on graphene, and there are several contributions. That is neon from gas to the boundary and from boundary onto graphene. And neon atoms on graphene can diffuse, get dissolved, or come back to the boundary again. And those contributions correspond to different time scales determined by different energies as depicted here. At higher temperature, the desorption time is much smaller than the diffusion time, which means the adsorption and desorption dominate. At a steady state, the number of neon atoms on graphene is almost constant, which explains why the maximum of the noise spectrum doesn't change with temperature. At lower temperature, however, the desorption rate is much smaller than the diffusion rate. In this case, random walk of those neon atoms on graphene dominates, and the number of them is strong temperature dependent. We made random walk simulation to get how many steps it takes for the particle come back to the boundary after some random walk. And we recorded the occurrence number of 1 million simulations to get the occurrence slope to be minus 1.5. And then the exponent is expected to be 1.5 based on this theory. However, from our made data from 4 to 10 Kelvin, the exponent changes from 1.4 to 1.2, which is not exactly equal to 1.5. That means only diffusion cannot explain this kind of change. So we made the additional assumption, that is, clustering and declustering of neon atoms on graphene. To study this, we made kinetic Monte Carlo simulations. Using a lower temperature, most of neon atoms stay at the boundary. At high temperature, more of them can diffuse and may cluster and decluster. And the diffusion of neon atoms and their clustering and declustering causes electron scattering fluctuation, which causes the resistance fluctuation, and then the noise spectrum absorbed. From those simulations, we get the exponent to be 1.6 at lower temperature and 1.2 at higher temperature, and which agrees quite well with our made data. Which means that the clustering and declustering may explain this kind of change at lower temperature. And here comes my summary of my talk. Neon can enhance the Wall-effect noise, and the enhancement mainly comes from adsorption and desorption at high temperature, but from diffusion, clustering, and declustering at lower temperature. And our work supports diffusing defects-based theories. And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention.